I am going to demonstrate an amazing new tool, the Stair Stringer Guide, developed by Easy Riser Incorporated. The purpose of the Stair Stringer Guide is to provide a faster, simpler, and accurate method in which stair stringers are laid out. The Stair Stringer Guide is equipped with special features such as an adjustable rise, which can be adjusted from 6 inches to 7 3/4 inches by 1/16 inch increments. It also includes an adjustable tread that begins at 9 1/4 inches to accommodate a 2x10 tread and adjusts to an 11 1/8 inch measurement to accommodate a 2x12 tread. The Stair Stringer Guide has engraved rulered increments along the top portion of the tool labeled top tread from 0 to 11 1/8 inches. This rulered portion of the tool will be used whenever the tread width is less than 11 1/8 inches. It also has engraved rulered increments along the edge of the tool labeled bottom riser. This will be useful whenever we are laying out our final step. The first step to laying out a set of stairs is to determine the height of the rise and the length of the tread. For this demonstration, we have predetermined our rise to be 7 inches and our tread to be 11 1/8 inches to accommodate a 2x12 tread. I will now adjust the tool by aligning the 7-inch increment with the control arrows located on the inside portion of the tool labeled top tread. Once this is accomplished, I will tighten and secure to that measurement. I will adjust the tread to the 11 1/8 measurement, which will support a 2x12 tread, tighten and secure. We are now ready for layout, and it is just that simple. This sample set of stairs will be containing 7 steps. We will begin our layout by placing the tips of the Stair Stringer Guide flush with the crown side or the high side of the 2x12 and closest to the right hand end of our material. We will then hold firm and trace around all 5 sides of the Stair Stringer Guide. Once this is accomplished, we will slide to the left, replacing the tips of the Stair Stringer Guide once again flush with the edge of the crown side of the 2x12 and aligning the end of the tool with our last riser mark drawn. We will then hold firm and once again trace around the outside of the Stair Stringer Guide. We will continue this process until all steps have been drawn. Once again, replacing the tips of the Stair Stringer Guide flush with the crown side of the 2x12 and aligning the end of the tool with the last riser mark drawn. Hold firm and once again trace around the edges of the Stair Stringer Guide. For our final step, we will be using only the bottom portion of the tool labeled bottom riser. Once again, replacing the tips of the Stair Stringer Guide flush with the edge of the 2x12 and aligning with our last riser mark drawn, giving us our last step to be drawn. We must remember on the final step, the width or the depth of the tread must be subtracted from the height of the rise. We are using a 2x12 tread, which is 1.5 inches thick, so we will subtract 1.5 inches from our 7-inch rise, giving us a 5.5 inch measurement, which we will mark. Then we will draw around the outside edge, making our final step, sliding back, keeping the tool aligned with our line to that 5.5 inch measurement, drawing our final mark, which completes the layout of our stair stringers, and it's just that simple. I am now going to lay out a set of stairs with our predetermined rise height of 7 inches, but our tread width will now be 9 1/4 inches to accommodate a 2x10 tread. I will readjust to the 9 1/4 inch measurement, tighten and secure, and we will begin our layout by placing the tips of the stair stringer guide flush with the crown side or the high side of the 2x12 and closest to the right hand end of our material. We will now be using the ruler portion of the stair stringer guide to get our 9 1/4 inch tread measurement. We will mark that 9 1/4 inch measurement and trace around the stair stringer guide we will slide back, realigning with that tread line to draw our end cut. We will now slide to the left, aligning the 9 1/4 inch tread measurement with our last rise drawn, once again placing the tips of the stair stringer guide flush with the crown side of the 2x12, pressing firmly, once again tracing around the stair stringer guide. We will continue this process until all steps have been drawn. Once again, keeping the tips of the stair stringer guide flush with the 2x12 crowned edge and aligning our 9 1/4 measurement with our last riser drawn. Hold firm, tracing around the outside edge of the stair stringer guide once again. For our last step, we will be using the bottom portion of the tool only. Once again, keeping the tips flush with the edge of the 2x12 and aligning with our last step drawn. We must remember when drawing our final step that we subtract the width or the thickness of the tread material to be used. We are using a 2x10, which is 1.5 inches thick, so we will subtract 1.5 inches from our 7-inch rise, giving us a measurement of 5.5 inches. We will put a mark there and draw our last step, slide back to that 5.5 inch mark, realigning with our riser mark, making our final marking, which completes the layout of our stair stringer. It is just that simple. Fast. Simple. Accurate. This is how easy laying out a set of stairs can be when using the stair stringer guide developed by Easy Riser Incorporated.